Well, I had a very successful Air Force career, short 30 years and flying jets, and I decided I wanted to be an entrepreneur, start a business, and I went down that path and very quickly settled on CertaPro painters.
You know, for us, it was really all about the culture.
What attracted me to CertaPro as I was going through the investigation process was the caliber of individuals that had bought CertaPro franchises.
I think a big reason I enjoyed my experience at CertaPro was because of the culture.
So it was all a cultural fit, along with business process and systems.
I started out as a young guy coming right out of college, was in corporate America, but I always had that entrepreneurial spirit and I always thought outside the box. So for me, CertaPro was the first step in realizing that dream.
Best thing about CertaPro franchisee and ownership is you're your own boss and you've got great support and the recipe works.
I think it's just the connection. I go back to the culture again, being able to see how we can change and influence lives of our customers, of our employees, of our crews. We go back to extraordinary experiences. It needs to be that way for everybody.
It's been a good ride. I've learned a lot in a very short period of time. It's almost like getting an MBA in a period of 2 years.
And saw opportunity where I could own my own business, follow the structure and systems that allowed me to succeed and just really improve my overall quality of life.
Definitely been overwhelmed by the sharp people, the talented people at CertaPro, the vision that CertaPro has, and again, super impressed with the culture and how much they care about their people.
You know, coming right out of the gates, you go through 3 initial trainings, which were fantastic, and they taught you everything you needed to know.
It really blows me away. If I needed help, all I had to do was raise my hand, and people would come running to help me out.
They go to great lengths to be sure we know what we need to know at every level, whether you're a rookie coming out the door as a new franchisee, or whether you've been in it 5, 6, or 10 years.
I think the neat thing is that there's not just the corporate staff or the franchisors, it's also the other CertaPros that have the business experience that help each other out.
If there's areas that you need some assistance on, you raise your hand, you ask, and they'll deliver on those areas with a platform, with a system that will assist you in performing your best in business.
The training was incredible. It was grueling. They keep referring to drinking from a fire hose. That is true.
So CertaPro gives you a great foundation to get out the door the first time, to be able to learn about painting, and then continues that type of training ongoing through the years.
It's very supportive. That was one of the things that impressed me as I went through the investigation process, was just people were willing to take your calls and help you out as needed.
With a couple of stories of how CertaPro stepped in and worked with people to give them flexibility in their jobs when they're going through health issues with family members, really spoke volumes to me about how they really meant what they said in their support of their employees. And I saw it in their support of new franchisees. So culture at CertaPro is what totally sold me.
I think it's the common goals, it's the common drive for those goals that are stated. It's also the camaraderie and the collaborative nature of how we do business.
They scrutinized me as much as I scrutinized them, and then once we all were in agreement that it was a good fit, they made sure I did everything I needed to do to be successful from day one to now at my 6th year.
Things are shared. We're all about improving each other's performance, and that's what you get when you're at CertaPro.
The lifestyle of a CertaPro franchisee is what you make it.
Now I can easily say that I have a better quality of life. I definitely am happy to be home every night with my 2 small children.
I'm my own boss, and so it's flexible. I coach tennis. I can take time off during the day.
Coming out of a corporate world where you had to get over your corporate self and all the bureaucracy associated with that, running a small business has given us a lot of sense of accomplishment, sense of giving back to our community, sense of being able to make a difference in the local economy. So those are all things that need and feed my needs as far as how I like to do business.
Well, as you grow the business and you start to hire staff, you start to get a vision of what can be. And there's some serious opportunity to build a really nice lifestyle. You got to have guts and determination. You've got to have drive. You've got to be willing to work hard. It's going to take a while to build a business.
I always refer CertaPro. I think we have to be a living testimonial of the lifestyle and what you can create. And so, you know, on a what we call Net Promoter Score, I'd give it a 10 out of a 10.
Join CertaPro Painters if you are a hard worker, if you're enthusiastic about growth, and you want a career that you can build by providing value to your customers.
You need to be ready to work hard, but the rewards are really out there. You need to follow the core principles and deliver what you promise, have integrity. That's, I think, what it takes.
And what I tell them, as I said, it takes commitment. Like in anything that's a challenge in life, you've got to be ready to run a business. Running a business is a lot of fun. There's ups and downs, but it is work, and you've got to have a passion to do what you do. You've got to be able to look long at the horizon.
You've got to be willing to put in the hours. It's a lot of hard work for the first couple of years. At some points, it can be very overwhelming, but it's well worth it in the long term.